Everyone, welcome back to another episode of Marvin's Room. Thank you guys so much for joining me wherever you're at in the world. To the new subscribers, welcome. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me on this journey so early on, almost 4 months in. I'm so happy with you guys. The growth is amazing, and let's keep winning together, man. I wanted to jump on here today and talk to you guys about something. I read an article, and it kind of prompted me to want to make this video because this is something I see far too many times, whether you are currently with your SP or whether you are not with your SP. It's just something that I see too many people do, so I wanted to make a video about it. And it's basically, you guys have to stop testing your relationships. You guys have to stop testing your SP. And because this is coming from a position of lack. This is coming from a position of second best. And so many of you guys do this, and you know you do it. Do not lie about it. And I'm getting ready to give you some examples. So, say for instance, you know every Thursday night your SP does something with their friends. And it's like kind of routine, and it's like pretty much locked in. Where you know that your SP is going to be busy, and they've been doing this. They've kind of had this routine for a few months or years or whatever the case may be. What you do is you then on purpose, intentionally schedule an event the same night, the same hour that your SP normally is doing their own thing, just to see if they're going to choose you over their friends, or just to see if they're going to choose you over the event that they normally do. This is so excessive in relationships, it's not even funny. You guys have to understand, your SP relationships, this stuff isn't a game. Like you don't set up traps. You don't play around with people and just to see like, oh, are they gonna choose me? Or oh, they're gonna do this? Oh, let me like it's kind of like you guys are playing chess. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you end up setting a trap because the trap is you trying to make the move on the same night as their event. But what ends up happening is you fall into the own trap that you set. And the reason that I say that is because usually what ends up happening is a fight ensues because your SP doesn't change their mind on hanging out with their friends or doing whatever that event that they do every Thursday night. And then in turn, you get mad because they're not choosing you, and you think, oh, they're not choosing me. If they really cared about me, if they really loved me, then they would choose me first. They would choose me and what I want to do, the plans that I made tonight, over the event that they normally do. And you're thinking to yourself, oh, they do this every Thursday. Why can't they just pick this one day, and just do something with me? But I'm here to tell you, this is wrong thinking. This is wrong thinking. And so many people get caught in this trap. So many people set it, and then they end up falling into it themselves. And that is because underneath of you setting this trap is so much self-esteem issues. It's, I'm second best. I'm not good enough. The fact that you're even testing your SP to see what they're going to do, what kind of energy do you think that is? You see what I'm saying? What kind of energy, the fact that you even think that you have to test your SP to see if they're going to choose you, what kind of energy underneath the surface is that? You may think it's harmless. You may think, oh, I'm just doing this. This is natural. I just want to see, whatever the case may be. But you don't understand underneath of that is so much negative energy. And unconsciously, you go into the situation, in the back of your mind, you go into the situation kind of knowing that your SP, it's kind of like you're pre-paving. You're pre-paving the fact that your SP is not going to give you the response that you want them to give you. So you make this chess move, you set up this test to see if your SP is going to choose you over their friends or whatever event that they always do on that Thursday or whatever day it is. But in the back of your mind, you kind of know, and it's like you're kind of setting an intention like they're going to say no. And then when they say no, you're kind of setting an intention of you're going to get mad. And then you're going to set up a fight. Now you guys are mad. Now you guys are fighting at each other, all because you wanted to test your SP in the relationship. Yo, man, listen, you guys gotta stop doing this shit, man. You guys gotta stop doing this shit. Some of y'all know who y'all are. Not everybody, obviously. But some of y'all gotta stop doing this shit. Some of y'all gotta stop setting up these tests on social media, because a lot of you guys post shit on purpose. Again, you're not with your SP, but you're trying to test. You're trying to test them to see what they're gonna do, see what they're gonna say, because you don't trust the process. You don't trust yourself. You don't trust the universe. So you go on social media and you post certain shit in your Instagram stories or your Facebook stories or on your feed, your direct feed. You post certain shit just to see what they're gonna say, just to see if they're looking at your story. You're trying to set traps that you fall into. Stop setting traps that you end up falling into. This is like you setting up a bear trap. You know, I'm out here, you know, like I do, how I do. This is like me setting up a trap for a bear potentially to walk into the trap, and then I end up walking into the damn trap myself. This is what you guys are doing when you constantly are trying to test your relationships. Stop testing your SP. Stop trying to set up these little booby traps or whatever that you end up falling into, and then you end up spiraling and overthinking and then getting super upset because you posted something and then they didn't react to it the way that you wanted them to react to it. That's negative energy. That's energy. That's I'm second best. I'm not good enough energy. That's I'm not worried about myself. I don't love myself. I'm still worried about what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? That's that type of energy. Get out of that shit, man. Get out of that shit. Because I see too many people fall down that trap and they self-sabotage themselves and they self-sabotage the relationship just because they haven't done the work. And that's why I always encourage you guys, do the work, do the work, do the work. Find your own shit to do. Your SP was not put on this earth solely 100% for you. The SP was not put on this earth for you, just for you. Your SP has things that they want to do. Your SP has friends that they want to hang out with, family members that they want to hang out with. Your SP's job is not to be around you 24/7, or not to think about you 24/7, or not to text you 24/7. If that's the kind of energy you have, you need to look in the mirror and understand, where is that coming from? Why am I so clingy to my SP? Why do I need them to be around me? Why do I need them to cancel their plans that they do every Thursday night or whatever the date is just so I can feel loved? Why do I need that to happen? Unnecessary fights, man. Unnecessary everything, man. Like, I see this happen so many times in relationships. It's crazy. Like, testing. Like, what? Like, this shit ain't no test. Like, we not in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, respect people's wishes. Respect what your partner wants to do. If they want to go hang out, they want to go play basketball with the fellas, or if they want to go play poker with the fellas, or if your girl wants to go do yoga every Thursday, or if she wants to go dancing every Thursday, or whatever the case, like, yo, listen, let them do that. Give them space to breathe. You go find something else to do. Your source of happiness isn't supposed to be your SP. I always tell you guys, happiness is an inside job. Happiness is 100% an inside job. Don't assign that shit to anyone. Do not assign that shit to anyone. If you place your happiness on something, you are in trouble. Because placing your happiness into something is basically, you got to understand, that thing can be taken away from you. Whatever you place your happiness in, it can be taken away from you. That's why you shouldn't place your happiness in shit. Because you set yourself up for failure when it gets taken from you. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to jump in here real quick, make this video, man, let you guys know, listen, stop testing. Stop testing relationships. Stop testing your SP. It's never going to end well. All right? It's been another episode of Marsville, man. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. You know where, you know when.